A 33-year-old Grand Rapids prostitute is still in a hospital tonight, facing reconstructive surgery.
Two brothers, Peter and Michael Versluis, are in jail accused of beating, raping, and robbing that woman last weekend.
New at 6 o'clock, we wanted to know more about the danger that sex workers face. And 24-hour News 8's Henry Erb has this story tonight. Henry?
Yeah, we found that there is less street strolling and more web trolling today in the sex industry. Much of it has gone online, and that seems to have made it even more dangerous.
It wasn't unusual to see a girl walking down the middle of Division Avenue on a Friday night at 1 in the morning in short shorts or underwear and high-heeled shoes and walking right down the middle of the avenue, and that just does not happen anymore.
The commander of Grand Rapids Police Detectives says the sex industry used to look like this, out in the open. The strut down Division Avenue, but that's changed.
A lot of that activity is now translated to online.
To websites such as Backpage.com, where clients can now check out who's for sale from the comfort of their own living room and make a date online.
It makes it 100 times more dangerous.
That's because sex workers can no longer see who's approaching them like they could when the customers would drive or walk by. Annie Donewald is a former sex worker who started Eve's Angels in Grand Rapids 4 years ago, providing Christian support for women trying to leave the sex trade.
You can put something on Backpage.com and you never know who's coming, or you never know where you're being sent to. You can't get a feel for who's shady, you know, that little instinct inside of you, you never know who's on the opposite end of the phone call or who's soliciting you at all.
Blind hookups set up online are riskier not only for the workers but the clients too, says Lieutenant Merrill. He says violence against sex workers is as old as the sex trade itself, and technology hasn't changed that.
While engaged in criminal activity, they tend to be the victims of crime routinely, whether it's being assaulted, being robbed, being raped. Those are common occurrences in that community, unfortunately.
So you may be asking, why don't prostitutes just find a safer occupation? Annie Donewald says the sex industry is a separate culture with its own rules, and it's hard for anybody to just jump from one culture to another.
A lot of times these girls were conditioned into the sex industry since they were 12 and 13 years old, and so they don't know another way.
Donewald says that for women to get out of the business, they need the kind of support that organizations like hers provide. In studio control, Henry Erb, 24-hour News 8.